Yeah, hi there. Rachel, I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And let's take a look at your situation. So, you say, I'm looking for a high score. I really need it to get enrolled in a master's program. I don't have much time left before the deadline for applications. Below are my score. You want to say scores, put S there. Please help me. So, it looks like your current score right now is 82. So you got 23 on the reading, 19 on the listening, 18 on the speaking, and 22 on the writing. That gives you a total of 82. However, your academic goal here is higher than 100. You want to get 25 points or higher on the written part of the test, right? So your estimated daily study time is 5 hours. You have 4 weeks or less to prepare. All right. My goodness. Okay. I think it's tough, I'll be honest with you. 82 to 100 in 4 weeks. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm going to make a recommendation in a minute here. It's probably, Rachel, not reasonable. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Usually students who study TOEFL diligently, you're looking at about 5 to 10 points higher for each month that you study. Now, of course, there's exceptions for that. I'll give you an example. I have one of my students, Rasa. His TOEFL score was right around where you are, and he was able to go from 82 to 103. I think he did that in 6 weeks. However, that's not normal. He was exceptional. He improved his writing like 8 points during that time. It's usually not typical to get those kinds of results, right? But it looks like you're willing to practice a lot, right? So here's my recommendation right now. Now remember this. Once you become one of my students, you will have complete, unlimited access to all the lessons in my course, right? Now, I recommend study guides to my different students based on what you just did. You tell me your goal, how much time you want to study, what your deadline is, and all of that. Now, I'm going to recommend right now, based on your goal, I really think the 90-day study guide is probably the most appropriate study guide for you, especially since you probably need to improve your vocabulary a little bit more. That's going to help you in your speaking and your writing and your listening areas. Now, maybe as you study each day, you might be able to get through the 90-day study guide faster, but still, that's going to be my recommendations. If you don't like that, don't like those recommendations, you can just go directly to the website. You will see all of the sections of my course, beginning with vocabulary, then grammar, then we have vocabulary, then pronunciation, then grammar, then listening, reading, writing, and speaking areas. If you want to do that, you can just choose for yourself what you'd like to study. But the main thing here, you want to make sure you're posting pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests on a regular basis. That way you can get feedback from me or from one of my IBT writing or speaking specialists, so you can start making some changes and modifications in how you organize and develop your responses on both the writing and the speaking sections. And then with pronunciation, I mean, we don't know yet what problems you're going to have, but I imagine with a score of 18 on the speaking, you do have some issues that you need to work on also in that area. So we have to kind of see what's going on. So here's my recommendations. You got 5 hours a day, right? Here's what I would do. Spend 1 hour a day reading. Nothing to do with my course. Find newspapers, magazines, longer books. Read about 60 minutes every day. This is very, very important. Number 2, spend about the same amount of time each day with listening. You can listen to news programs, documentary, science, maybe history programs on TV. That's going to be very, very helpful for you. Now, there's 2 websites on the internet. Maybe I can write them down right now. One of them, I'm going to call it NPR. You see this? NPR.org This means National Public Radio. This is a great website to work on your academic listening. So you go to www.npr.org. Now the next website, which I think is also helpful, a lot of students do this to get ready for TOEFL. It's called TED Talks. So if you're looking for somewhere to practice listening on the internet, you can use npr.org. You can also go to TED Talks. If you go to Google and type in the keywords TED Talks, you'll find the website. It has videos. The videos are lectures from professors all over the world, and you can also get caption from 58 different languages in those videos. So that's also important. So now we have 2 hours a day you're doing reading and listening practice, right? Now one more thing with these two things. As you're doing the reading and the listening practice, focus on your notes. Try to take notes on the main points and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. That's also going to be very helpful for you for your integrated speaking and integrated writing skills. That'll probably take you another 40 minutes right there. Now, about 2 hours a day at my website, I'd recommend go through the lessons in my 90-day TOEFL study guide. Especially, you want to focus on the vocabulary section and focus on learning the words in vocabulary lesson number 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you can learn those words, that's going to be very, very helpful for you for the IBT TOEFL, especially for your writing, for your speaking, for your listening, and your reading areas. Okay, so anyway, those are my recommendations right now. So I'll just kind of, and maybe one more bit of advice. Currently, I have partnered with a company online to offer full-length TOEFL IBT writing, not writing, but full-length IBT practice tests. They're 4.5 hours. You'll complete the reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections. You'll complete 6 speaking tasks. They'll all be graded for you. You can do 2 writing tasks, and they will be graded. And you can get a score plus an analysis. So you can see your strengths and weaknesses. I would recommend take one of my full-length IBT practice tests right before you're ready to take the TOEFL IBT again officially. So you can kind of see where you are, you can make some minor adjustments, and then you can go and take the official TOEFL IBT exam. Now you can find my IBT full-length practice tests. They're in the 8th section of my course, Rachel. I have 7 steps. My 8th section includes the full-length practice test for any students who want to mark their progress either right before they take the TOEFL, or if students have not taken the TOEFL, they may take one of these full-length practice tests to get a benchmark to see where they are. All right, so I will include a link to your comments here. I'll include a link to the 90-day TOEFL study guide so you can take a look at that and the lessons that I have recommended for you. And remember, if you want to go through the study guide faster, you can. Anyway, thank you very much, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.